All right, so I'm just gonna start with like a brief synopsis of last time because you guys got a lot of information and did a bunch of stuff in town. So to begin, you guys finally sent off the Furbolg on his first mission. After convincing, he decided to do so kind of uh, pro bono, I think is the word. I don't know. Yeah. But so he is currently taking rations. You guys turned around, kind of met the four townsfolk that run everything, so to speak.
One of them
The
sucked.
one you found unconscious, and kind of figured out that, like, there's these monsters. One of them's been hunting it. The others don't seem to care or have like their own reasons for not doing so, including Leon Hemlock, which is Layla's uncle's surname, or whatever you want to call it. And then you guys tried to fix the pipes, made some good music. Everyone cheered, but it did not seem to fix the overall issue.
I think it'll work by saying.
Oh dear. Right. So, what are we thinking? What are we up to?
Oh. Well, did we at least figure out what the problem was?
No.
No.
All right. What if
Earth
we
is
made a
just
bunch of
not
weird-
making noise.
What if wind's the issue?
Right, like,
Then
go down there and break some wind.
someone designed this very
No.
poorly.
What?
What? Hello?
I think I'm ideaed out. I had my $1 million idea. That didn't work.
I've got a song stuck in my head, so I can't think right now, so it's up to y'all.
So we figured out replicating. Did she replicate the music or just did a song?
I just did a song. What did I say it was? I think it was Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
Fantasy
World
Hatsune
is
Miku.
mine.
World is Mine by Hatsune Miku.
The famous bard, Hatsune Miku.
Yeah, love her. I don't know how she gets her hair to be blue, but queen.
Well, magic.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
a bard.
So
Well, yeah.
if we break this down, there's pipes
Yeah.
under the fountain, just dug into the earth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nothing else was there when you got down there. I like that I'm
No?
talking to her through the pipe.
Wait, was there
I mean, I
anything
think
else?
we ended with her resurfacing.
Layla came back up. Was there
Yeah.
anything
What?
down there, or was it literally just tunnels leading to the pipes?
I mean, I just saw tunnels leading to the pipes, but I also wasn't really
Mhm.
looking.
We'll go back down there.
I mean, if you want to make a history check, or I can tell you outright. Either way.
Oh, I want to do a history check. I would much prefer.
Yay, go for it.
Do 1 second, please.
Can't wait for this to go south. Nat 1.
No. Vibe check. It's 5.
Nearly.
You didn't get to see a whole lot of what was down there. However, with Brontis kind of leading the way and kind of talking through his issues as he was unhinging this pipe for you to kind of play through, there was nothing gross or dinked up or damaged down there. The pipes themselves seem to be pristine, and that's kind of what was puzzling him, was trying the different channels that he has constructed just in case the wind shifts through, like perhaps one cavern into another or anything like that. But you can't really remember anything other than that.
Yeah, no, it was totally clean down there. I don't
Okay.
know.
So, whose idea was it to build pipes into the ground? And what is the source of the music? Is it just the wind?
Depends on who you ask. From your session last time, you guys kind of figured out that the Mason seemed to be the one who found this wind and orchestrated the fountain itself and got everyone else together to kind of build this what do you want to call it? a wonder, so to speak. That is the fountain and its singing.
Okay, so he found the wind,
Mhm.
orchestrated this thing's construction,
Yep.
and it's half the time not working now.
The outages do seem to be new, yes.
Okay. Do we want to now check the tunnels to see if there's where they lead? Or do we just have all
Yes.
the entry points and exit
You
points?
see if there's a blockage, like a giant monster stuck in the tunnel. Or a pile of money.
Ooh, I want to find a pile of money.
We'll do our best to find that giant pile of money.
Okay, so one person can kind of man this as Brontus is fairly confined down there already, but he will allow one person to go with him to kind of investigate, perceive, whatever they would like to do.
Well, I'll do it then.
Have fun.
Okay.
Maladin is not enticed to go underground again.
No, you don't yearn for the earth, Maladin?
No, last time we went underground, we found a bunch of were-rats.
Great
Yeah.
point.
Well, I found a lot of were-rats. You found something even worse. A man exploiting his workers. Alright, I'll go down. Down to Goblin Town.
Okay, so what kind of check are you doing?
A check? I get one of those?
Yeah.
Ooh. Investigation, unless I can somehow pull off acrobatics to gain information.
Do a kickflip off the pipe, and then like a little bit of crud flows through it, and it starts playing music again.
Yeah.
Okay. Investigation. What are you investigating?
Investigating the tunnels, looking for any sort of blockage that could be causing them to stop up, or any
Okay.
monster
Sure, go for it.
for sure. Ooh, wait, I have luck on my side.
Okay.
So
You're
that
gonna need it.
is not that is not a 7. That is an 8.
Wow.
You're literally lucky.
um, Due to the construction of this area, and you see, since you're kind of investigating specifically, trying to find not only any pathway blocks, but like the area around you, the Brontis has a very nice kind of cut out and marbled area to work with. And you see that the pipes maybe extend into the what am I trying to say? Sculpted rock, a good 10 feet, as if someone were to just like rather smack them in or restrain them somehow in place. You don't see any blockages in the pipes themselves.
Oh, sorry, but like any blockages in like tunnels.
There aren't really any tunnels here. It seems to
Oh,
be a large area with sculpted stone to make kind of like a 20 by 5 area to stand in. And Brontis has quickly gone through and installed pipes in various locations that make this quite crowded. There doesn't seem to be any other access point. It seems to be everything he needs to calibrate is right here, but it does not extend further into the earth.
Okay.
okay.
So where do the pipes lead, Iron Dwarf?
They lead further down. I forgot his voice already.
Also,
Uh,
to piggyback on our earlier MCU conversation, I did name this session Team Iron Dwarf.
Nice.
Oh.
Says, well, they lead further down, and I had the mason help me out and kind of show me wherever he was hearing the wind come through, and quickly installed some pipes that kind of funneled it into this area. He wasn't too happy of me destroying some of his marble floored areas, so I was a little bit more delicate. But eventually, I kind of made these machines to calibrate and switch in between the pipes. But as to exactly where they go, I do not know.
So we need to talk to him about that.
He would probably have a good idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no, we have to talk to the Mason.
Chad or whatever his name was, yes.
Is he the loser or is that the other one?
What's the loser?
Oh,
It's the bad one that we don't like. It's the one I flipped off the other day.
well, that's not helpful.
Yeah. The other day. Okay, 10 minutes ago.
Ah, I see. That makes it worse.
I mean, I'm sure I could figure out how to get him give us the info we need one way or another. We'll try the Layla way first, and if the Layla way doesn't work, we'll try the Lou way.
I think we did good when we made Mallet talk, actually.
Yeah?
Nothing,
Alright.
nothing happened. I was fascinated by the Iron Dwarf.
I don't want to talk to this loser. I hate him. I will, if I have to. But he sucks.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you're right. We should make Maladin talk to him.
Him though.
Yeah, it'll go great.
Yes, my charisma stat of -1.
Okay,
He's
I'm
very
gonna talk to him.
charismatic.
I'm gonna talk to him. You're gonna sit still and quiet. Very
Mere
quiet.
Lou.
Both of you. Ronaine, is Ronaine here?
Yep.
Yeah, he's always
You have, Renee and Pugnet with you currently. Leon and Arias are still within their house.
Okay. Well, you two.
Well, they did
can-
walk on the front porch to applaud your performance, but
Oh yeah,
they're still
I
like
mean, Renee
prepping for the day, so to speak.
I waved at them when they did, of course.
Renee isn't better at this than I am, surely. We're about on par socially.
I think Ronaine's facial expressions make more sense.
He kind of, as you guys kind of turn your attention to him, he's kind of looking off in the distance, and then he goes, "Huh?"
See, that's not threatening.
Layla, I don't think he ever knows where he is.
To be fair, you don't know who you are, so he's still better off.
Oh.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's a singing fountain that is no longer singing. That's,
But
Exactly.
we want to
You're
make him
doing
start
great.
singing again so the monsters go away.
I mean, I guess.
Look, we just need you to stand still, and if things start going bad, fix it. Don't shoot them or hurt them or kill them. Just fix it.
You see
I'm
without
really only good at the 3 things you just said.
without moving his hands, you see him tense the muscles in his right hand and pop his knuckles. I can do that.
Okay, cool. I believe in you. And Pugnat, I need you to be yourself.
I will burn it with fire.
No, she didn't. She did not mean that, Pugnat. She meant me, Pugnat.
Oh,
Pugnat, who are you talking to?
tragic.
Yeah, are you talking to yourself again?
What? What do you mean?
Crap! I forgot to use my inside voice. The voice in my mind.
I love schizophrenic Pugnats.
No, dear.
Multiple personality Pugnat.
I love that this has been
Coming
created.
to a Marvel comic near you. The schizophrenic.
I love that my desire for arsony has led to schizophrenic Pugnat.
Just mold Pugnat into that character you want. to
I'm
be.
trying. He won't let me.
All right,
No.
Pugnat, be yourself. We're gonna talk to this guy, and it's gonna go great for
And if it
everybody.
doesn't go great, we'll burn him down.
No,
I
no.
like that idea.
doesn't go
No,
great.
I don't agree
Cut
with
him
that.
down.
That's
Which
fair. I can't stop.
you
I mean,
you
he's kind of important around here, and that would cause issues.
Pugnat,
yeah,
I need you to understand. I need to ask. Listen to me, Pugnat.
you said
Pugnat,
be
we're planning on
myself. I
killing
don't know which
Pugnat
one.
terms.
No, look, Pugnat. What is more important to you, this guy's life, or me being content?
Well, when you
I
put it
mean,
like that,
life
his
is
life.
pretty important.
I like how
Right.
you asked a question where Zach's the wholesome one. I'm the one that's going to say whatever you don't want.
Look, I know life is like important and all that, but so is my life going good.
I mean, all he did was scoff at you.
Yeah, who does that?
It
Lot,
was pretty
lots of
offensive
people.
I
stuff.
mean,
You,
sure,
you,
lots of people when you
you-
turn your back.
you did it. You did it to me constantly when I
Yeah,
would ask what
that's
song
actually.
you could play.
I'm
That's
kind of
different.
spitting facts here. Yeah, you did do that to me.
That's different. That's different.
It,
You see,
Pugnat, you kind of you kind of cooking right
I've
now.
never had that month.
I think Ronan can tell you I've never scoffed in my life. I don't know how.
I believe that.
That would be a lie.
I finally learned how to scoff. And
I didn't say you do it well. That doesn't
I
mean you
scoff?
haven't done it.
When would I ever do that?
Well, if I remember, that doesn't help us out here, does it?
If you can, in great detail, reference one time when I scoffed at someone, like some sort of pretentious loser,
You
then I'll
you
eat.
did it.
All the
You
time.
did it to the Mason.
Wasn't
That
very
was
intimidating.
retaliatory.
You did it 5 minutes ago.
No, I didn't scoff. I flipped him off. That's completely different.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I've
so
never been a
different.
pretentious jerk in my life.
Yeah. Whoa. I'm turning Pugnat into a
Yes,
dismissive
you
schmuck.
Lou have, yeah, you Lou have never given someone their own medicine and scoffed back or done anything like that, have you?
No, I just hit first. It's
Man,
well established.
sarcasm is really not something you've ever been good at, and it's continuing to baffle me.
I
So
mean,
gonna
I think
talk to
that's
this guy, or are we gonna go
The-
investigate?
This is a fascinating conversation. Truly, it's riveting. But also, at this rate, I think Maladin's going to commit suicide and become an arsonist. So he has a fellow arsonist to talk to in Pugnat.
Paladins won't do it.
Please,
so
I only
little
have so
for.
many spell slots to keep him away.
I only have so much sacred flame. That's not fire damage.
Anyways, let's go talk to this guy, and it might make your will to live even slimmer, but let's do it anyways.
Okay.
All right, you guys I guess approach his house. Nothing really going on since he has returned. There's
They
a
knock on the door.
couple windows that have like a nice velvet cloth over it. Different colors and everything. The door
Yeah.
itself you see has a stone piece that's kind of ingrained in the middle of it, and from it you see a brass instrument holding a ring. In the middle is another piece of marble that seems to make you would assume a stone on stone clacking noise. That is his knocker.
I'm gonna test it to see if it's a stone on stone clapping noise.
Sure, sounds good. You
Does
kind
it
of
sound good? Does it sound like stone on stone?
yeah. It sounds like a very
Nice.
if you ever dropped like a marble on linoleum.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
I pictured that perfectly right after I said no.
yep. That's what it sounds like. Except
Excellent.
a lot more heavy, of course,
Oh,
because it's a
big marble.
larger, massive stone on stone.
Yeah.
You wait a bit, and you do not hear any rustling or anything on the inside.
What
Sure, he's
what
ignoring us.
No,
What?
no. I'm gonna knock like twice as loud.
what is the house made of?
I'm not, like
Yeah.
aggressively knocking at this point.
Okay, sounds good. Make for me an intimidation check.
Absolutely. I don't want to actually scare this guy. I just want him to think that I'm. Oh no.
Oh,
Never mind. I'm gonna shut up now.
Boy,
That's not one, baby.
the rolls
Uh,
are rolling today.
Yeah, two sides of the same coin on his side. It gets to the point where you begin to not only ignore yourself, but annoy the rest of the party pretty quickly. As
All right,
everyone is
Layla. All right, maybe let's.
consistently hearing like a clack, 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 clack. Sometimes you pick up the bell and drop it and just let it kind of like clack, 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 clack. And it's getting rather annoying.
Layla,
All right, Layla.
Layla, you need to stick to
Step
playing
aside.
music.
Let me try something.
What you gonna do? You gonna knock like a man?
I'll be honest, that was kind of the extent of the plan. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pushing
you
Will.
knock like a woman.
I do want to knock. I'm not using the knocker. I'm just knocking. I'm just banging my fist on the door really loudly.
Okay. You're not hearing anything on the. Well, actually, roll a perception check.
Perception. Man, I don't get an intimidation. That sucks.
No, because of the critical failure on one end and the critical success on the
Well,
other.
Fair
that's
enough.
pretty good.
That's a 22 on perception.
That is pretty solid. You hear the softest of like wood creaks on the inside, but there is no one that seems to be answering the door or paying you any mind that they want to be known.
Damn it, we hear you in there.
I can hear you. I see you.
You're not- You're not subtle.
Are there any windows?
They are covered in cloth, but yeah, they have
Hmm.
very ornate looking. I forget what they're called. Blinds.
Break his-
Maladin goes to grab a rock. He starts chucking it up and catching it.
Okay.
What did Pugnat ask again? What is the house made of? Sorry, the
Made
second voice
it's-
in Pugnat's head wants to
Yes,
know
yeah.
what he is seeing right now.
It's a wooden-based house built on very firm stone. The roof has quite a few, almost to the point of being perfect replications of each other. Yet you can see slight makers marked and everything else of clay shingles.
Good bourbon.
You see quite a few stone sculptures around on the porch itself, but that's about it
Hmm.
in terms of like relevant details of structural material.
Maladin, put the rock down. Grab a flint and steel instead.
just put the rock down. I don't think we want to
We'll
make
smoke
a
him
problem or smoke him out. But that's
We really don't want to make a problem.
We already
I
have
mean-
a problem. Monsters are coming into this town because this thing won't work. An idiot in there won't answer the door. I'm saying this out loud.
I mean, Lou, you did kind of flip him off.
Yeah, because he was being a jerk.
I like to point out he does not know who's at the door.
Or maybe he
Exactly.
does. Maybe he has like a.
I mean, we are talking very loudly. But
Now
is
we
true.
are.
Oh, you in
Well,
there?
well, earlier she did. I'm sorry, he did call out like, "I can hear you in there."
Well, yes, but that was
Yeah, that's
after
true.
the first knock, which he's now just being very rude after the first knock. I'm just gonna keep. Actually, Maladin goes up to the door and starts hitting it. He doesn't use the knocker. He just starts hitting it and is just saying, "We need an answer for where you found the wind, and we'll leave you alone. Otherwise, I'm going to keep doing this until you answer."
yeah. Smoke him out.
Maladin has been hanging around Layla too much.
Yeah.
From the other side, you hear the earth, jackass.
Where? Point the spot.
If only I had built a monument over a spot where air was coming from its source.
So the
Do you want
pipes.
money?
So the pipes are just going further underneath the fountain.
I don't know. That's a question for Brontis.
He said to ask you.
Well, what did you ask him?
where the other end of the pipes were.
Well, they're in the earth where the air comes from.
I hate you so much. I'm still banging on the door.
Hey, do you like money?
Perhaps.
Do you want money?
Pretty sure I have a good bit.
Yeah. But I'm sure
Do you
have
want
a
more
really
than a
great
good
house.
bit?
Do you want more money?
Do you want me to set down my bag full of platinum to pick up a copper coin?
Depends. Do you want another copper coin?
I think I'll pass.
Okay, well, we really need some help. And,
Listen, we just need to know if there are any tunnels or something where the pipes end.
or like which one to follow? Do you
If there
have
are other entrances.
like a blueprint?
There are caverns and such that the paladins used to. I don't know. Mason's been here longer than me. He probably knows.
The paladins used to what?
We're
They used to
talking
go
to the
down
mason.
underneath the earth.
And that's where the pipes are connected to? Where the air comes
Maybe.
from?
I never went down there.
But
How did you build the thing and not know?
So I heard wind, so I built on top of wind.
Okay,
That's a
heard. No, that's
retarded
fair.
idea.
Thank you.
Hearing it.
thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Have fun with what you ever need.
just
I hope you have a terrible day.
I can't really offer you anything else. Try I don't know. Tell Brontus to try 3, 7, 12 or something. I don't know.
You have some water?
Maybe you could get some water from the running fountain.
That's a good point, but I'm just saying, since you have all that money and you said you had nothing to offer, I just kind of figured that you might have something to offer on account of, being
I
rich.
built a monument that
That doesn't
funnels water.
Okay, but how clean is that water really? I mean, be honest, people probably piss in that fountain.
Or bathe, or spit, or
All
toss
those
peppercorns
things.
in
You-
there.
You all are disgusting animals.
Yes, you get it now.
With a perception of 22, you hear the creaking slowly walk away, and underneath his breath, you hear him go, "Idiots, every one of them."
We'll show him who's the idiot.
It's definitely.
It's definitely him.
I think it's us.
No.
We'll show him who's the idiot. I pee in the fountain. Like, where does that go?
That was a leading question. My plan is, I think, to pee in the fountain. I'm not gonna, but I'm gonna consider it.
We cut to Lou and the brig, and they're like, "Public urination."
For the 5th time, huh? It's a reoccurring Lou problem.
Oh god, that would be funny if you found out history by doing something that you would have done back in time.
Oh gosh,
it's like a-
We check his criminal
What was it?
record.
Every time we get to a fountain.
Oh no, it's like that vampire. I don't want to call it an anime, but it might be where the dude punches him, and he's like, "Oh, you're from that lineage, aren't you?"
Are we talking about
No.
JoJo?
Maybe. I don't know. Someone just falls on decks of vampire lore, and he's like, "Oh yes. Oh wait, is it Belmont?"
Oh, okay. It has to be Castlevania then. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking it was.
Yeah, you're thinking of Trevor punching Dracula.
Yeah, and it's just being like, "Oh, you're a Belmont, aren't you?"
Yeah.
Ah, a Belmont. I didn't know you still
Someone pissing in the
existed.
fountain? Ah, it's Lou.
Yep. Oh, it's that jackass. Yeah, that exact mentality.
It's Lou pisses in fountains to Loon at it again.
You said lineage, and I was like, that has to be JoJo, right? Dio has
You know,
to
they
be
called
like,
him
I
the
hate you.
golden.
The
They
golden
called him the
child for
golden
a
elf
reason.
at one point.
Oh.
No, not there.
Well, you just hear one guard that's like, "Well, isn't it the return of the Golden Archer?"
Oh,
This
why do they
is-
call him the golden archer?
I think we should go find those paladins.
This is riveting. I agree. Now, if
We
we
should
don't want to
find
move on,
Calvin. Let's go talk to Mason, who we like better than the Mason.
Right? Who remembers where Mason went to?
His house.
No.
I tried.
Whoa. Didn't he go to the caverns?
No.
Uh-oh.
history check.
Wow. Sure. Go for it, Maladin.
Wow. God, what are these rolls today?
That's like the 4th 5.
Yep.
I don't know. He said something about like the Miltons.
I think he went to the Miltons.
Do we know where the Miltons live?
No. You saw him walk a little bit more west as he described an issue that he was made aware of and was attempting to go get more information.
Did we have an extra bard with us at the time?
No. Wait, are you asking Leon? Did
Yes.
Leon?
Yes. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that
sure.
was actually. No,
I'm pretty
that
sure he
happened
was
on
there.
his front porch. Yeah, that happened on Leon's front porch.
Okay, I was pretty sure it happened there. Hey Leon, where did Mason say he was gonna be?
So you guys walk over to Leon's house. He's kind of ready. One of them are. Layla, you get to choose which one.
Oh, absolutely, Leon. Way funny.
Okay, sounds good. So Leon answers the door to his own house. He's like, so how's it going?
It's going.
Oh, we need to find the cavern.
We pissed off the Mason.
I hope we do it again.
I don't like.
I'm gonna piss
not
on the next time.
Oh my god.
I'd beware of the drinking the water.
Not a difficult task.
How clean is the fountain?
Did someone
Yeah,
piss
how
in it?
clean is the mountain? People piss everywhere.
Relatively safe. You see that stone building with the blue roof, and he kind of points off to the western side of the map above all those townhouses. That's supposed to be just some basic guards that we have around that kind of make sure everyone doesn't steal money from the fountain and doesn't you know
Doesn't urinate in it.
I wasn't gonna say that, but now that you mention it, yeah.
Yeah, and so people don't like break the fountain and all that nice stuff the Mason must have worked on.
We're getting very descriptive here.
I'm just
Now,
clearing all our
let us
bases.
tell you our
Anyway.
plans in great detail.
That's a good idea. First of all, why are we on? Why did you knock?
I forgot.
Well, you see, we need to find where the pipes lead. So we asked the Iron Dwarf. The Iron Dwarf said, I don't know. Ask the Mason. The Mason said, I don't know. Ask Mason. In the process, the Mason was really annoying. So Lou's like,
Yeah.
what can I do to make him really annoyed? And asked,
Obviously,
do
pissing
people
on the
pee in the
fountain.
fountain? And he said, I don't think so. And Lou was like, bet.
Well,
Anyways,
all
I have afternoon
Brontis.
plans.
I guess it depends. You see, Brontis really just kind of went underneath and drilled some pressurized points for the air to kind of travel through. We're kind of built on top of a geyser of sorts.
Huh?
Huh?
Well,
I'll show him
like like an air draft or an air pocket, I guess would be better. But it comes out, and then Mason kind of built the pit that Brontis works in. Brontis went in and drilled a couple of almost like sideways slits in it and put pipes up against it so it whistles through. And then I kind of did more of the bells and whistles further down the pipe into the fountain itself that makes it sing. The Mason could just be being an ass.
Shocker. Also, I gave the wrong reaction from Maladin. It wasn't huh to the geyser. It was, what's a geyser?
Ah, fair enough. Oh, what now?
So can we access this pocket of air, these caverns, what have you?
For the cavern itself, I don't know, but as Mason was speaking of earlier, I mean, there is that old tunnel that the paladins used to use
Yes,
in the
yes.
west.
Okay, where is that specifically? Lead us there. Don't say just west.
I mean, I can do so, yeah.
Cool. Then you're the one coming with us. Bye, Orias.
You see a very disheveled wave from the couch.
He's
Bye.
fine. He's fine.
Okay.
Layla, I think we need host intervention.
What do you mean?
I didn't say he was like surrounded by models.
It's implied.
Okay.
The
What?
implication is clear.
Don't agree with me.
I'll be honest, I heard models.
Listen,
for a
he's
minute.
your dad. I mean,
Listen, this town has one AA group, and they're both it.
I think. Listen, I, as someone who has struggled with alcoholism in his past, I think I can talk
Hey,
to him.
You don't
My dad
remember
was
your
incredibly
past.
alcoholic. He loves
right,
alcohol.
you just have to wake up and not remember any of it. Renee throws out.
Well, yeah. So I know a lot about getting too drunk. Hey, maybe I drank so much that I lost all my memories. Is that a thing?
No.
Like blacking out your
I
past?
mean, it
No.
happens, yeah,
What? No, it doesn't.
says
Maybe I
Leon.
just
I
went on
mean,
a crazy bender.
You really didn't.
no, I didn't, and neither has your father, but I mean, we played shows in bars. I mean, it's kind of a known thing. Sometimes people would specifically ask for ale that did that thing exactly, or promise to at least.
Oh wow. Yeah, I did drink the wrong stuff.
And as you're kind of talking to him, he is leading you past Fountain West. You pass the barracks area, as Leon described to you, and all these houses, and begin to head westward. This road travels similarly to the path that you guys took Neela down, and he just continues walking as you guys are talking. Is there anything specific that you guys are wanting to talk about further, or are we doing like
Yeah.
a town?
Maladin, when did you start drinking?
Oh, very,
So
very young in the tunnels.
In the
We
tunnel?
somehow got alcohol. I don't know how. Also, appreciate the follow, Harper. I can't recall if that's to quote Lou's assistant or not. I don't believe it is. Anyways, thank you for the follow. Hope you're appreciating our idiocy.
Yeah, while we're on the road,
Uh,
I would love to ask Pugnat if he would sing us a song if I would play for
Oh, how the fire
This-
burns.
that's not
how it
my
purifies
specialty.
all.
That's okay.
I'll
It-
sing. Do you want
it
me to
is-
sing Pugnat?
Shut up.
I've-
no
I'll
no
do it.
I
No,
mean
no,
well
no other voice. It is my specialty. I've used Sacred Flame more than heal.
you see that
Yeah.
everyone has their own talents and
Yeah.
And
I
mine
just
is
love my
burning
friends
things.
supporting them.
And mine is singing.
Shut up, Lou.
I
Like a-
promise
I-
I'm gonna
Like
be
I
well,
said,
no,
I hope you
I
appreciate our
I
idiocy.
thought it was using a halberd.
Hey,
He kind of
Pugnat, you know I can shoot from like right here.
And I can burn from
It
right
was-
here.
it was supposed to be funny.
I thought it was funny, Pugnat.
I,
You were-
th-
were
I
Thank
thought it
you,
was
thank
funny
you.
too, Pugnat.
Look,
I'm,
Pugnat,
really-
hear me
I'm
out.
working,
Hear me
I'm
out.
working on it.
If you sing one song, I'll stop asking you.
Oh,
Pugnat,
no.
you want to learn my favorite song with me?
I don't. I think I'll pass. But thank you.
I
All right,
would, but
Luke,
I
what
think
do you
you
wanna
forgot the
sing?
lyrics.
Any song that I know.
Okay, Layla, how familiar are you with drinking songs from this area? From Weather Mound?
Weatherport.
I'm gonna look at Leon. Hey, what drinking songs are from this area?
Well, not Northern
Um,
Weather Mound.
Well,
can't help but
probably
everyone
most of the ones you've heard your father sing.
Yeah, probably familiar.
So, well, I have to think of something. Have you ever
Yeah.
done this to myself? I thought I would be in character for him.
You could.
Oh.
Well, there's like, I mean, you're luckily speaking to most of the creative direction that Arias and I had.
I like to think that Flub was in character.
No.
He's been living too long under the same name.
it was the leading creative mark of Orion.
Yeah, you were real creative with your naming convention. So how did that work? Did he just say, "Ooh, let's come up with the combined name," and then he applied most of his and one letter of yours?
Well, no, I mean we honestly had the
Who's that?
idea when we were incredibly young.
I read that as incredibly drunk.
No, like I'd say maybe we were maybe both 10, I would say.
Well, I mean, there's no drinking age in this time.
I mean, you're not wrong, but we actually grew up in an elven sanctuary, and it was kind of frowned
what?
upon. An elven sanctuary?
Is that like a petting zoo for elves?
What is that?
Well, it's a forest that is close to Fey portals, and that's where one of our trees will sprout, and we kind of make contact with the human, well, the Middle Earth world, so to speak, the common plane.
Wait, so you lived on a different plane?
No, we grew up on the material plane. We have distant relatives that grew up in the Feywild.
There's more of us?
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
what?
somewhere.
What elven area did you grow up in?
Who are we asking?
The
As in-
the twins.
Leon.
Yeah, just the one twin.
Um, well, we called it Grelvar.
And does Lou remember where his mom's from?
I'm gonna say probably not. Um, and I don't think your mother would really. I'm trying to think of how much of it would be like amnesia and how much of it would be kind of like a what do you want to call it?
She didn't bother to tell him. It's dad lore. It's like
Yeah,
mom.
yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of, yeah. It's like your child asks you where you're from, and you'll give them like very inspecific answers. And it's to elves where time is so kind of irrelevant. It's like thinking about when you were 2 years old at the age of like 100. Like
Yeah.
it really has no relevance to you after a while.
And he's like, Mom, Mama, why don't we have a grandpa? Why don't I have a grandpa?
And your mom's like, yes, because he had a he's passed away. I was at his funeral 200 years ago. And it's like, what? Like,
It's like, oh, her father
Yeah.
died when he was a baby.
Anyways,
She's a
there's
little
your great great
girl.
great great grandpa right there. He's still
Yeah,
kicking
exactly.
around
Yeah,
at
yeah. It's like
the
your
age
grandpa
of
died, but your great grandpa's still alive and
yeah,
healthy.
your grandfather walked a little bit
Anonymous
far away
donated
from the
$2.75
tree and
for a dog
sneezed a little
welfare.
too
Oh
hard.
no. Oh, I do have I have a sea shanty. I have a drinking song.
All right, which one do you know?
All right, Layla.
Yeah.
Do you know Holloway? What's a good fantasy one syllable name?
Gorg.
Do you know Holloway Gorg?
Absolutely not.
All right. I guess I'll have to sing it then. Oh, you want me to roleplay
No,
this?
how much farther do we want to take that narrative before you just arrive?
No,
You know,
it's you dug this hole. You begged for it. Deliver.
Lou begged for it. I have nothing to do with his choices. I think we can say that Lou has a surprisingly beautiful singing voice and leave it at
I
that.
think Lou needs to roll performance.
It
Oh,
needs
look,
to
Homer!
performance.
Shame.
While that occurs, Malden, would you mind rolling me an Arcana check?
Okay.
You see, I'm also a bard secretly.
Dear
Hold on,
Lord.
saving There's a Deathland shark. He's so
Yeah, and I
cute.
don't have a hero point if we roll a 10.
Oh, it's all good. As you are kind of walking in this direction, you kind of feel your arms getting slightly heavier, and you see the ethereal chains coming from your shackles corporate a little bit as you seem to be walking in the same direction that it's been trying to kind of guide you. But they're forming in like a broken manner. They're not like forming together and restraining you, so to speak. They're just forming chains.
My response is still the same.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to give specifications, so like halfway through any eventual combats, it's like, Paladin, why are you only using one arm? Because they're shackled together. No, they're not.
Well, luckily, I mean, I would still be able to hold a great sword that way.
That's true.
I want to be honest. Having shackles in front of my hand, in front of me, won't stop me from normal combat.
Fair enough. Maybe not shield, but
Luckily, don't use that.
that is true actually if you're two-handing weapon. Damn. Okay.
Because guess what? Aesthetically, it looks stupid, which is why I've never played a game with a shield.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, no, I actually never run shields.
Cool.
Joke's on you, Ronaine. You look stupid. Even though he hasn't had a
Hey.
shield for so long.
You're the one that lost his shield.
I didn't lose it. I had to find it to lose it. I saw it.
Make up for
And
it.
I was like, that must be here for 1,000 years.
You know, I will give that to Maladin. I wouldn't pick up random unknown
you don't call him
heirlooms in the
stupid
middle
For the
of
record,
Lauren.
I didn't mean for that to be in character, but sure, we'll make it in character as Maladin's talking to space as the shackles tighten.
Yeah,
You
Ellen
wanted
is
to-
just unprompted. It's like, yeah, at least I'm not a loser like Renee who looks stupid. And Lou's like, whoa! What
I-
the heck?
what is it? Why am I forgetting the word of it? Where like someone just like blurts out words without meaning to.
You're not talking about like Tourette's. right?
Tourette's. That's it.
Ah,
He
yeah.
just has Tourette's where he calls insert person idiot.
Oh
That
no.
does exist. All right. So as you guys kind of progress,
As
you-
Lou sings a beautiful melody.
yeah,
I
you
don't see a
eventually
performance check.
That is true.
Do you want me to?
Go for it.
Yeah.
All
at
right.
I
least.
think we need one. Please not one. Please not one.
You
Please
know
not one.
what? That's
Darn
a
it!
16. That's
You know
not
what?
bad.
That's pretty solid. That's
Lou's
good.
gonna teach Pugnat so many good drinking songs.
Oh dear, I can't wait.
Is one about the burn of alcohol?
It sure isn't.
Tragic.
Eventually, you get to a spot where Leon begins to kind of step forward a little slower, kind of pointing out trees and stuff that have maybe been pruned or grown since he last saw them. But you end up on that row of houses that the Needless teachers were on.
Oh, what were their names? Domus and
And Sickenus or something.
Loserus.
Nope.
Charmer.
Arcanus.
Yeah, there we go. Dominus and Charmer.
I'm so smart.
But he eventually gets to that point where there's 3 or 4 manors spread apart quite vividly, as these seem to be individual farming lands. Some of them look like they have been more recently kind of not necessarily abandoned, but less tended to. Weeds and spoiled fruits that seem to be in the soil. Eventually leading to, as you saw, like Dominus and Charmer living in a house that had been abandoned for quite some time with untilled soil and large trees that have basically outgrown what they're used to. It's like, right, well, couple of these are common folk. One of them includes a door that leads to the old service tunnel.
One of the houses?
Yeah, it's inside one of the houses.
Alright, I guess we'll go knocking on some doors.
Who's gonna talk?
Thanks for volunteering, Layla.
This never goes right.
You're the charming and smart and funny one.
You're right. That
Supposedly.
doesn't mean it goes right.
Allegedly.
Trust in yourself.
Okay, I trust in myself.
I trust you, Layla.
What are we talking about?
Ask if they have an entryway into a tunnel in their house.
Okay. Knock knock.
Okay, so are you going from like the furthest away from Dominus and Charmer's house forward?
No,
Or
I'm
just
actually
in the
starting
region?
at their house.
Oh, you're so.
It's up to you. I mean,
Yeah.
there are approximately 4 or 5 houses that you can knock on. We'll say 4.
Yeah, I'd like to go to their house. I'll work my way back to where we started and then continue along the line.
Okay. Sure. I accidentally dropped something on my keyboard. Now it looks like I'm typing in Discord.
Oh.
Funny. Okay. We're gonna unlock that.
What?
Man, that really
It's
was
shrinking! It's shrinking!
Yep.
Oh, world is growing small.
Everyone we left behind.
Oh, doctor, it's your
That should disappear. Which house?
you seen that?
Whoa, doctor.
Yeah,
This one.
it's from Star Rail.
What about doctor?
Ratio? Never mind. You'll see
no,
it.
I know now. Whoa, doctor, you're huge. Oh no. Whoa. Lou,
Kinda here.
you're tiny.
Teeny tiny Lulu. Alright, we need Ronade and Pugnat.
We
and
always need
Leon.
Ronade. He's really important.
Pugnat.
My mental health and well-being.
There we go.
Pugnat.
Who's the
There's-
blue one?
I have such a loyal assistant, follower. if you will.
Who's the blue one?
Blue is Ronaine.
Why is he so much larger?
Why big?
He towers over
know.
everybody.
Wow, Renee, you're so big.
It's
You-
because like I've been making sure to use the same table so I can kind of set it up. But that's from 2 different encounters where like Leon was a part of one, so his token's a little smaller. Pugnat's is small just because it's funny.
Wait a second. Didn't they have like a side entrance into their house?
Let's not break into their house.
No, but what if that's like a tunnel
we
entrance?
actively would not know that because we did not investigate the house that much.
Yeah.
It's
That
not-
is true. You waved your wand to see if there were any secrets.
Okay, but there is a secret door that
Speaking of, didn't
know
you have like 5
Yeah.
other uses of that?
Oh, I can get more. I'm pretty sure I have more.
I think it gets like 1 to 3 a day.
Yeah.
But why didn't we use that at the Mason's house?
Oh, we should have.
Or the
Just a mess.
fountain?
Ah, I forgot. But I know that there's a secret door here.
Your Honor, she forgore.
Your Honor, I am just a
We'll
girl.
we'll throw it in the chest of forgotten things with the rug.
Maladin, I'm gonna beat you up in your sleep.
Along with my abilities say.
All right, knock, 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 knock.
With the halberd, it's just sitting there collecting dust.
I gave it
Um, you not making your presence known and await movement or anything on the inside. I'll say since you were the one actively doing this, if you wouldn't mind rolling me a perception check.
Okie dokie. I'm so good at noticing things, guys. Don't even worry about it. Dirty 20.
That's pretty good. You hear movement on the other side, but it's relatively light-footed and almost sounds like, well, exactly like claws on wood. Almost similar to having like a small dog, or in this case, multiple, that seem to be scattered around the house.
Oh my gosh, puppy.
Oh my gosh, there's dogs. Oh my gosh. Hello?
You hear 2 of them kind of from the front area or like the bottom floor, and you see that where one of the trees has kind of grown in and busted a hole on the secondary floor. You hear skittering coming from that more than the door before you.
Oh my goodness gracious. I'm backing up so I can see the dogs.
Okay, let me check on something real quick. Oh wait, that's what they're called. Sorry, I had that moment where it's like, oh, my party's actually going in a very direct location. So I have to.
The party's actually staying on track for once. It's beautiful.
For real.
We're not just talking about Lou's piss for all 2
All
hours.
it needs is for Maladin to cut the crap.
you see, as you kind of back up, and I'm guessing you're looking through the cracks at the top of the house that has like a hole in the wall.
Oh yeah.
You see a couple of claws that get like directly on the edge of this break in the wall, where you can see them kind of like protruding from this perch up there, and seems to be a mixture of pink scribbles and everything kind of coalesced together. You could almost swear that it's like a brain with legs. It kind of gets a little bit too close before kind of backing up a little bit out of sight.
I've played Baldur's Gate. I know what this is.
Explain for those who have not played Baldur's Gate.
I don't want to spoil the mystery for those who have not played Baldur's Gate.
Because
Give them an aura.
I'm going to be visually surprised.
How do we feel about what is being described to us?
I think we can. I don't know. I think it might make Lou even stupider than he is now, and I think that's worrying.
I think that's a challenge.
Wait, he's so dumb it won't attack him because it won't notice his intelligence. They only attack one.
Maladin is screwed.
But after a quick moment, as you hear multiple of these critters skittering about and getting wherever they want to go, the noise on the other side stops.
Well, what do we think about that?
That was not a doll.
No.
I'm going to knock again.
Hey, Renee, what's the chance of it being my lost mind?
Okay, let me see.
I've lost my marbles. I think I found them.
See how this goes.
Dog was not ready for combat this session.
The funniest possible thing would be if Lou was one of those things all along.
That would be hilarious. See. I'm gonna say for the time being, you do not get a response.
Okay, well, bye puppies. I'm going down the house.
Brain dogs.
I need more
We're
bourbon.
doing what about the house?
Setting it
going
on
down
fire?
the house and knocking.
Oh,
Okay.
tragic.
So you're leaving this house be.
You're
Uh,
we're leaving this house be.
Is
When-
that DM for this is a bad idea?
That's not him talking. That's
What?
me, a party member.
Oh, yeah.
I can make a great
Um,
Zach impression, apparently.
Maladin,
Yes.
you
I'm talking to the sky now. Yes.
no, you have seen these before.
Okay, we're burning the house.
It's a brain that your past enslavers kind of did some weird stuff to that you don't quite understand. And eventually, from this human brain that they would take out of a very unwilling participant, or he doesn't care anymore, it would begin to pulse and shake before it would outstretch 4 dog-like legs and begin walking around. They wouldn't harm you or your fellow individuals, but they were kept around to inform and protect kind of the order
I
of your
reiterate,
life back then.
we're burning this place down.
Melvin, there's like a sick man in there.
We don't know that now.
I'm pretty sure the sick man who's in like bed rest is probably still in the house.
Are we sure?
Maladin, we're not burning down this house.
Why not?
We will talk to Dominus about it the next time.
We can talk to him now, can't we?
Wait, is Dominus or Charmer the sick one?
Charmer.
So we'll talk to Dom.
Incorrect.
No,
Dominus.
No.
I could
Charmer's
swore-
the one that answers the door.
I thought it.
well,
I thought it was
Charmer-
the one with D name answered.
No. No, he
We'll
was
talk to
the
Dom.
he was the one that was sick. Dominus was.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll talk to Charmer when he gets back at some point. All right. I don't know why you're so spooked by the brains.
Why are you not? Lou shouldn't have seen this before.
There are a lot of things that I haven't seen. I kind of just chalk that up to a me problem.
You got surprised with the spiders, the slug thing. I think it was a slug. I can't remember what actually
know what?
trapped you. And the were rats. How was this not surprising?
I'm not sure.
The
but-
three of you, and each one getting, and I'll kind of say this blanket because I'm sure you guys are going to talk about this anyway. Each of you in a different tone of voice inside your head hear words. One in a very southern deep male voice, leave. Next one in a very kind older lady voice, us. And the last one in a deeper voice hears, be.
And we're not burning this place down. For what reason?
That's not real weird.
Do I recognize any of those voices, by the way?
No.
Shame.
That could be someone's weird pet.
It had
should've
three
just
voices. Can I
called
explain,
Farmer.
since you've given Maladin this little bit of extra lore,
Go for it.
can I explain to them, like, what those actually are?
If you would like to, yeah.
Okay. Those are experiments. So regardless of who they are, whether those are enemy creatures, in which case the people who lived here are now dead, or the people who live here are experimenting on people, extracting brains, and turning them into creatures.
Okay,
Either
so
way, I don't see why we're not burning this place to the ground.
I feel like we shouldn't burn it.
I look over at
Plus,
Ronaine. The kid isn't at school right now, is she?
No, she said she didn't have to go today. And you do see that he is pretty firmly holding onto his sword at his hilt.
Then we burn it down.
Maybe we should check for a tunnel.
In another wave, hide or help.
I didn't catch that first part, actually. What was that?
In the countrier voice, you hear hide.
Oh, we should hide and then help them.
Hide or help?
We should come this way. Let's discuss it over here behind the tree.
Wait, did they say hide or help or add more help?
Hide or help.
Hide or help.
Hide or help.
Okay.
Let's talk about this. Hit it.
Okay, before continuing, to reiterate the lore that has been given to Maladin from the mind flayers screwing with people. Were these creatures sentient in their own regard, or were they controlled? I assume controlled.
They were once human beings in life, harvested and then given a new purpose. And that is a description given to you by those who wanted to uphold their peace. You would also know, just from your experience of maybe stepping out of line one or two times and having this voice protrude into your mind, that the distances which they can do their little mental discussion thing is pretty far.
Okay. So yeah, we're good burning this place. They won't mind getting put out of their misery, as far as I'm concerned.
What if the one guy's experimenting on the other guy?
Then he should burn too.
We're okay just killing a guy?
Then he's a
killed several
brain
guys.
with legs.
I mean, I know. They seemed nice.
Why are
racist.
you were advocating for paladin murder yesterday?
Yeah. Okay, you make a good point.
I don't even think it was yesterday. I think it was last hour.
What if the brain things are sentient? What if they're people? What if they can be saved?
How?
Putting them in mech bodies.
Where do we have those?
We know a mechanical man.
That's true.
We can
I
put them in
think
mechanical
you're
bodies.
being mechanicalist.
I think I'm being inventive and finding new solutions for old problems.
Guys, aren't we like dealing with a problem already right now?
Innovating. Yeah, we do still have a problem to deal with. I don't think the things are going anywhere.
We
Why?
have
Oh,
like
the guy
7 problems we're dealing with. People
No,
are
it's just the one.
starving. We have
Okay.
brain creatures.
Okay.
There's monsters
well,
attacking a town. There's a
Maladin, I think you're
warlord after us that blew up our crab pet
You're
in another
rushing right-
continent. Maladin's
Maladin, you're
freaking
being
out right
dramatic.
now.
All right, let's put it up to a vote. Everyone who wants to burn the house down, raise your hand.
Pugnat raises his hand immediately.
He
Okay,
would.
you can't make that decision for him.
Out of the, I'll say this first. Out of the 3 NPCs, Renane and Pugnat would both raise their hand. Leon looks like he wants to, but he's kind of gauging it off of Layla.
I'm gonna look at him, gauging my opinion off of him, of course.
He very much so, 1, doesn't want to be a part of this, but 2, doesn't want to let it slide.
What do you think? Is death a good like a death penalty for being mean?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Are you a good moral person?
Define.
Well, moralism is arguable.
Relative.
I'm gonna take that as
Yeah.
some.
Listen, if it were entirely up to me,
Yeah.
we could let the guards know.
Also not a bad idea. I'm
Yeah.
fine with burning or letting anyone else deal with it.
Just let the guards deal with this.
And we
Yes.
trust the guards to deal with it.
Okay, it sounds like we've come to an agreement. We're gonna let someone else deal with it.
All right, we'll see. We'll come back. We'll get the guards involved, and we don't have to burn property down.
It also said, can I communicate with these things? It said hide or something. Hide or help.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Define like what do you mean to hide? Like how long?
How are you attempting to communicate with these?
By way of their infiltrating my thoughts, so I'm just yelling back in my head, hide how long?
Okay, I can throw you a bone here because this is kind of up the alley. From watching these things act and desecrate people you knew who were not doing their job before being called off by mind flayers, you did always notice that the mind flayers would use deep speech instead of like actually speaking out loud, or they themselves could speak telepathically as well.
Well, thank goodness deep speech is one of my languages.
Mm-hmm.
Deep speech. Am I talking in my head in deep speech? Or am I just
No.
talking aloud?
You would be speaking aloud.
Okay. First question of the day.
First,
Who did this to you?
You do not get a response.
Okay.
The one you see that is kind of now, as you guys have stepped away and standing in that little inlet on the second floor is standing its ground, and every once in a while you'll see it do like a quick little shudder, but it does not seem to be responding to that question.
Cool. Hide from what? I feel like I'm playing Phasmophobia and asking very specific questions.
Fair. I mean, it's a good call. Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, great. The guy with no charisma.
It's okay.
Take some of
Well,
mine.
that's
I
a-
have vast stores.
That's an 11 minus 1, 10.
In your head, you hear the response, us.
Oh, well, that's helpful. Yeah, I'd vote we burn it. And I'm
We'll-
speaking common.
We'll tell the guards.
We could tell the guards to bring a fire extinguisher. I don't even know if that exists, but we can tell the guards to bring the fountain. You know what water is really good for? Putting out fire. Lou, you can pee on it if you wish. I'm going to set that building on fire.
Okay.
How do you do so?
It's mostly wood, correct?
So the outside is inlaid with stone. There's a wooden door. You can see wooden accents on the inside of the cut on the secondary floor that this creature is kind of, it doesn't have eyes, but kind of observing you all from.
I'm sending a ball of chromatic orb fire inside.
Okay, sounds good. So go ahead and roll. We'll skip a roll to hit, but roll damage.
18 fire damage, not acid, because I don't actually know how to change the damage type.
It's all good. As long as you call it from one of the chromatic options. I'll just ask for damage. You tell me what type.
Okay.
Okay. Kind of acting more than thinking, Maladin quickly pulls out whatever spell focus you have for kind of whisking it through various colors before it eventually gets to this very ember colored red and kind of shooting energy from his hand through it, and this quick large ball of almost like magma like consistency
I like
flings
how-
into the room. You kind of arc it and you watch it pass directly through what seems to be some form of support beam with a quick snap. You hear a snap further in the room that you can't hear, and then you hear a third object get hit and a burst of flames as the wood around begins to be engulfed in fire.
Can I just say, I love that no one tried to stop me.
No,
That's fair.
Me charging up a ball of fire to send in, and nobody
I
stops
just
me.
I want to mention something. Remember the
Okay.
first time, Neela was talking about her teachers, and I was like, "Hey, those guys are weird," and everyone was like, "Layla, they're totally normal," and I was like, "No, they're not. But you're not gonna believe me. I was right."
I'm also gonna go to Maladin being like, are we just gonna avoid the thing that
voice in
just
my
went through me
head?
in my mind? Like prime for information.
we're just
and
gonna
everyone's like,
forget about the voice in my head that's added to the
Yeah.
extra ones. I'm turning into Pug
Yeah,
Knight
that's
here.
What's important is that I was right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So the only person with any naysay against this was Lou. I
You see the
I
creature's-
Lou as the house is burning.
you see the creature stand there and kind of instinctively move out of the way as it seems to have acknowledged that you were throwing some form of projectile, but not necessarily where it was heading. And as it engulfs the secondary floor, you hear paw prints as it quickly darts away from the window and further into the upstairs.
Oh, perfect. It's going further in.
That is true, yeah.
I'm gonna listen for screams.
Yeah, I'm actively going to say, if there is someone who's perfectly fine in there. Then, Lou, how do you plan on getting to the second floor to get them out? It is a just 2-store building, correct?
That is exactly what Layla.
Correct. You see two above surface level floors.
Perfect. Okay, Lou, I don't actually like that you specifically said surface level floors. Layla found a trap door, correct?
Yeah.
Also, guys, can we please all agree to never tell anyone about this?
Oh,
No.
yeah, sure. We won't tell the town. I see a billow of smoke coming out the top of the
I'm
house.
definitely
Yeah,
that.
that seems to reach quite high in the
Whole
sky.
town burns house down. Or Neela. I think Neela would
I
be
d-
really sad.
I think we need to come up with a cover story more than a what are we not going to tell the town.
Yeah, the cover story is that we weren't there.
You also
But
see
we
Leon
are.
that is kind of actively stressed as he's like, well, I mean, the building was abandoned, but
Did you know the
Let-
people inside?
not
Let's say that it was already burned
personally.
when we got here, and we valiantly tried to snuff it out, but none of us are water.
I'm gonna spit on fire.
Lou, you can
I'll-
pee.
Oh wow.
I will not, but because we will remember the ammonia burn.
Golden Archer, go for it. See how well your
Yes.
accuracy is.
As you guys sit here, you're kind of having this, not necessarily. I would say more like a dispute, not an argument. You do hear the crackles from inside and what sounds like pillars and other things kind of cracking and breaking down as the smoke coming out of this hole begins to intensify.
Maladin is going to offer a olive branch and say, "Wasn't the guy he said he was helping in a coma?
Oh,
Would we hear screams?"
I mean, if he was in
Layla-
a coma, probably not. I mean,
Layla, get me up there.
Mhm.
Layla, get me up there.
You're gonna die.
I'm not gonna die.
I'm gonna look at Ronan.
I don't. I mean,
Maladin will offer
how do
another
we know that
olive.
he's not one of these creatures? I mean,
We
in
can't kill
Well,
him.
we can find out. Maladin will offer another olive branch and cast jump on Lou.
okay.
Can't believe I'm jumping into a burning building.
I mean,
I'm not
you-
telling you to jump into the building. I'm saying jump C, and then if so, jump again.
I'm gonna jump to see if I can see anyone in the building, I guess.
just jump in place.
Yeah.
I will ask you to roll perception with or investigation, your choice, at disadvantage,
Alright.
as there is quite a bit of smoke bellowing from the secondary floor.
Do I have a free jump?
That's a
On your cast on yourself.
Cast on myself.
Jump is free.
Okay.
Yes.
I got 2 22s.
2 22s. Okay. You quickly hop up. We're gonna say you guys are well, Lou specifically, you are gonna be over in this portion right here. As you leap up, because that is the most vertical you can get without thunking your head heavily onto a wooden branch. You leap up, and with the greatest amount of kind of balance you can get in the moment. I am terribly sorry for the wood wall structure if you're looking at that, because they are not good. You see rows of pillars and a very nice ornate robe that, or not robe, rug that has caught fire closest to it. And with the smoke pouring out, you see where someone once was probably resting with various fluids and, well, not fluids, but various canisters and baskets around them that seem to hold some form of ingredients or caregiving, just medical supplies, to put it lightly.
Wait, so there's not someone there?
No, there is no one in the spot in which all of this is set up around. And with a perception, you would be easy enough to understand this and it not be kind of gross to say. You see sitting around and melting near this what seems to be several bars in different forms of chocolate.
Oh.
But there is no one there.
Maladin, we
Chocolate?
burned a bunch of chocolate bars.
Did you say chocolate?
We
Now
lost all
Maladin
the
jumps in
chocolate.
the building.
Yeah. Cast jump on self.
Maladin, all the chocolate is burned beyond the. It'll be gross once it's solidified.
Okay, so what I'm hearing from this is I did nothing wrong. Cool, perfect.
There is no person in there, I don't think. So I think we didn't kill a man.
Cool.
It does lead to my next question: where did the comatose man go?
Where did the comatose man go, and where did the non-comatose man go?
Maybe they're in the secret room.
Maybe let's
Possible.
go to the secret.
I
and-
say we wait for the place to burn to the ground first.
Yeah, this is
Okay, we'll wait for. How about we come back?
I still say we hide or leave until then. Actually, do we want to? Do you see any walking brain dogs that need to be dead?
Did I see any of those?
Upstairs, no, you did not.
You didn't
I
see
didn't
one
see-
eating chocolate,
Nope.
covering its brain in chocolate?
Yes, this will put out the fire. No, you
Isn't
didn't.
chocolate good for the brain, or is that chocolate like gets rid of headaches? Which one?
both. I'm lying.
Both.
There is a chemical compound in chocolate that is only shared with the brain itself.
That's right. Oh, I think that's what I'm remembering. Venom in the comics eats people's brains.
And that's
That's
why
right.
in the movie, Eddie Brock feeds him chocolate.
Yes, that's right. I remember I correlated the two for some reason.
Yeah, neat little factoid there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway,
But
sure,
no brain dog things on the top floor.
sure. I mean, do we want to hide for a bit and see if anything happens, or how much area is around us to hide?
2 crops, like crop fields, and the trees you are standing under.
Cool. There's no crops in the crop field, correct?
No, there are not.
I say we leave. Unless someone has spell cast camouflage, I say we leave. Or mass invisibility. I look at Layla because I know she's thinking about the solo invisibility that
yes,
she
for
has.
this house to actively burn down within an hour.
The solo what?
Solo invisibility that you have.
Yes, and
I know.
actually, no. I could get 3 of us,
Cool. I can't
but
get 3 of
instead,
us.
I'd rather just play through the fire and flame.
Oh my god.
The what? What is that?
Who's gonna-
Through the fire and flames.
And Maladin reiterates. What is that?
Oh yes.
I would like to perform through the fire and flames.
Oh damn, this is
Yeah.
a banger.
Oh yeah, sure.
What's a
Roll
banger?
performance.
Huh?
Roll performance.
Absolutely, I will. 18, baby.
Okay, pretty good performance.
Nice.
I will say, mainly because you did do something I was not expecting to occur, and we only have 7 minutes left. That this would probably be a good place to call it, as I now have to prepare a dilapidated, burned mansion map.
Oh, no. Hey, that was not.
Um, it's all good. I love it. That was a good response.
Dude, you're
Good job,
welcome.
Maladin.
I have finally gotten my arsonistic tendencies into the game.
Yeah. And I'll not for this session because of course we're not going to be rolling. You gained inspiration because you may or may not have saved the party from an encounter.
Cool.
But that is to be seen next week.
I will grant that is probably the most manic I have made Maladin, but also
It's
I have been wanting to burn a building for the longest time. How many
Look,
buildings have
yeah.
I said, what is it
You-
made out of?
If you're having fun, that's all that matters. It's D&D.
yeah. That and also like you were actively reminded of a very bad time in your life from your backstory.
I do like the
I mean, yeah,
experimentation.
if Lou were to find certain people's houses, those would be set aflame. But Lou, we have established, is a hypocrite.
Mhm.
I'm just happy
It
the
happens.
chromatic orb of fire worked.
Yeah. So yeah, any magical fire will make any nearby flammable sources catch fire.
Yeah.
Cool.
And there's two ways a DM can handle that. One is to ignore that completely and not make it a big deal, or let them use it for good and use it for bad. I wonder which one I have chosen.
I'm going to say which one is the end. We'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. But with that, I guess I'll open it up. Any questions, comments, concerns, things about the session that were good or bad?
I think I've learned some things about running
Okay.
arsonist.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we bring back trivia next week?
You know
Sure,
what? It's been a good couple
for
sessions.
this
I can
for
do
this
so.
hour and a half session.
I really like trivia.
Okay, sounds good. Because I've been trying to implement it casually through the game.
Yeah.
Whenever possible. So of course, like during the information dumps, I'll call them, like last week, it didn't come up. If y'all did not need assistance with any of the questions you were like asking in town, there was a chance. Like for instance, if someone was like, "Oh yeah, the millers, the farmers that Mason checked on that was mentioned last time, that's where he went," I would have been like, "Oh, okay, there you go." But yeah, if you want to do it actively at the very beginning compared to spread throughout whenever it comes up, that's perfectly fine. I can do
As
that.
I actively just reiterate everything we learned from last session by being like, so there's a fountain. It's built on top of a cavern. Pipes lead through the cavern. Where do the pipes end up? No one
That's the other thing
knows.
too. You're asking the Mason about it. So like I was like, I'm not gonna let that like give them any forefront because the Mason would very much be that pompous dude that's like, duh, it's built on rocks.
I'm gonna beat that guy.
I mean, maybe.
Anyway, good
His
session.
his house is
Yeah.
partially made out of wood.
It is, yeah.
You just see Maladin smiling to the moon and back. He's like, please. And Pugnet's like, please.
Good night, you guys.
He
Good
will be
session.
cleansed in fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
of
I'll
course,
have
if
to
anyone.
prepared for Holloway Grog.
excellent. No, God.
Alrighty.
Grog now.
I think I said Gorg, actually.
Well,
You did say
Grog
Gorg.
now.
I think it's Gorg.
This is a very
Okay.
sporadic session, and this is probably the most actually inebriated I've been because I've been drinking 100 proof since we started.
Okay,
Heck
bye.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by.
Bye.
Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully, you all enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Good night, everybody.
Bye.